Hi guys. So while the museum is closed, we've been missing our little Tiny Tales crew, and so we're going to bring you a Tiny Tales book today and an activity that hopefully you'll be able to do at home. And we hope to see you soon. Today our book is called The Adventures of an Aluminum Can. And it's written by Alison Inches and illustrated by Mark Chambers. It says, "Hi, I'm a little speck of alumina." See it right here in this little pile under the earth? It says, "Dear Diary, I used to live under the earth in a layer of rock, but not anymore. Today, I woke up to the rumble and roar of gigantic bulldozers. The bulldozers got rid of all the trees, grass, dirt, and rock from the ground above me." Check that out, all these bulldozers up here. Then kaboom! A huge dynamite blast blew up my home, and me along with it. The rock where I lived was crushed into tiny little pieces and loaded into railroad cars. See the railroad cars up here? Now we're on our way to the processing plant. I'll miss it here, but I'm excited to see where we're going next. Look, there's a little worm in there and a big dinosaur apparently. Hi Diary, another doozy of a day. I got crushed and ground into a fine powder. After a bath, I took a boat ride to a refinery. I like seeing and doing new things. Traveling is fun. He says, I'm in here somewhere. And then he was getting mixed with some different chemicals. Can you find me in here? He says. Here at the refinery, the machines hum, whir, and buzz all day. First, the workers mixed me with chemicals, like this over here. I felt fizzy inside and out. Then I turned into a mushy paste. That's weird. After a steam bath in a super hot oven dry, I became a beautiful white powder called aluminum oxide. Nice hot bath right here. And the little aluminum says, howdy do. And then here he's getting nice and dry. He says, I wonder what comes next after he becomes that little aluminum oxide. Hello, Diary. Today I had a chemical bath in a gigantic bathtub. They zapped me with electricity and I turned red hot. Then they pumped me into a mold. And when I came out, I was a long rectangular sheet of aluminum. Now I'm rolled up like a sleeping bag and I feel neat, tidy, and ready to go. See, she's all rolled up there. P.S. Diary, did you know aluminum is used to make bicycle frames and chewing gum wrappers and even airplanes? Wow. Hats off, Diary. I got my top today. That's like a hat for a can. It's made from a sheet of aluminum that gets fed through a press that stamps out thousands of tops every minute. See this right here? All the little tops have been pressed out. But first, I was stretched into the shape of a can and trimmed to just the right size. See right here? See how it was shaped and trimmed? After I was tested to make sure I had no holes, I was filled with delicious fruit. See, it's getting filled with fruit. And then it happened, something I had never expected. I got a brand new label. Ta-da, Diary, I'm going to show off my new look now. Take a look at his little fruit label there. Whee! Hi, Diary. This past month at the manufacturing and the fruit cannery sure has been a lot of fun. Dressed in my fancy new label, I was put in a box with 5 other cans of fruit. We were put in a truck. Ooh, he was in the dark while I was in the truck. And driven to a grocery store. I wasn't on the store shelf for long before a nice lady scooped me up. Guess where she took me next? Can you guess where she took him? To the park. I saw the greenest trees and the bluest skies I had ever seen. Best of all, I saw my first baseball game. A girl with braids hit a home run and won the game. It was so exciting. When the game was over, the girl chose me and celebrated as she ate the fruit. She said I was the best can of fruit ever. I love being an aluminum can. Hello, diary. The girl with braids took me home. She rinsed me out with water and put the game-winning baseball on top of me. I became a trophy on the girl's bookshelf. Take a look. It was really fun until the ants came along and tickled me. The little girl's mom didn't like the ants either, so she put me in the recycling bin. Check out the ants. They must have still smelled some fruit inside the cup, or inside the can. Being a trophy was fun, but I was glad to get away from the ants. I wonder what's in store for me now. Yeehaw, diary, I'm on the move again. I was taken to a sorting plant where I was separated from the glass and plastics and then squashed into a bale with other aluminum cans. Then our bale was taken to the aluminum recycling plant where we were cleaned. So you got a little bath, shredded up, melted down, and recast. This time I'm an aluminum tube. Says hello. Hold on to your pages, diary. I've got big news. Today I got shipped to a baseball bat factory. I got made into a brand new aluminum bat. Here's what happened. They squeezed me through a mold and spun me around and around. Woo, we got dizzy. I got really dizzy, but all that spinning gave me a perfect shape. Then I got a hot, salty bath in a heat treatment. Ooh, look at that. After that, my ends were closed and no more peeking inside. You got a little hat. Later in the day, a knob and a non-skin wrap were added to my handle. Now I won't slip out of the baseball player's hands. See, you got a little wrapped there. My favorite part of the day was when they shined me up and printed fun pictures and letters on my side. I'm going to be the best bat ever. Big news, diary. After I was packed and I was shipped to the sporting goods store, I stood straight and tall so everyone could see me. See him right there? That afternoon, a boy named Robbie spotted me on the shelf. He turned me over and smiled. This is the one, he whispered. I felt so proud. Tomorrow, I'll be playing in my first baseball game. And guess what? It's a championship game. And I'm going to try my best to make Robbie proud. Home run, diary. What a day. The bases were loaded and Robbie and I were at the bat. He whispered, let's do it. Then ping! Robbie got the winning hit. Fans jumped out of their seats and cheered. Woohoo! After Robbie rounded the bases, he picked me up and held me close. Now the fans were cheering for both of us. I hope I don't get recycled for a very long time. That's the end. So that piece of alumina had a pretty long journey from can to bat and seemed like you had a great time. So we're gonna take a look at some things you can do with maybe some aluminum cans that you have around your house and even aluminum foil. All right, so we just read the book, The Adventures of an Aluminum Can. So I have an aluminum can here that came from my house. It used to have corn in it. And aluminum cans are cool as musical instruments because you can do so much with them. They make great sounds as drums and just various things. Today we're going to turn ours into a shaker. So I have some beans. That made a nice sound. We're going to put in our can. And then to seal up our can, I just have a little piece of paper here that I sort of traced around the cup. And I'm feeling kind of sassy today, so we're using our animal print tape. Just tape the bottom on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just enough to seal those beans in so they don't fall out. And if you want to get fancier with it, you can, but that's basically all I'm going to do with it for now. So this is cool because you have paper on this end, and it makes sort of a more muffled sound, or you can flip it over and use the aluminum side, and it makes sort of a more tinny, like tinny sound. Or you can go back and forth, or you can use the sides of the can to make a shaker. So aluminum cans are great musical instruments. Now that's an aluminum can. If you don't have an aluminum can, aluminum foil actually makes a pretty cool kazoo. Now, when I was a little girl, my grandmother would go around the house playing aluminum foil for us. She was hilarious. And so this is sort of from her playbook. You just take a sheet of aluminum foil, put it up to your lips, and just kind of hum. You go, ooh, and the vibration from your voice and your lips vibrates the aluminum foil and makes kind of a kazoo sound. Let's try it. Ooh, ooh. And you can do it all different ways. See what works the best. Ooh, ooh. Let's try it like this. Ooh. Oh, that didn't work very well. All right, let's try it one more time. Ooh. There we go, a higher pitched sound. That might help. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So there's your aluminum foil kazoo. So maybe as your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or your brother or sister is playing the shaker, you can play the kazoo and you can have a family band just with a few scrap pieces of aluminum. All right, guys, have a good day.